the problem with trends? Well, there's really a lot of problems with trends, right? One problem though with trends is we hear about them and then they never show up in the store, or we hear about them, we think we might wear them, but then they just don't work for us. Today, I'm sharing with you 7 summer trends that are wearable. They're accessible for women over 40. Hello ladies, my name is Kay and welcome to Dress for My Day. We are talking trends for summer today. This week, school comes to a close where I live, and I know so many kids have already finished with college for the semester. Indeed, summer is fast upon us, and summer is not necessarily one of those big trend seasons. Those tend to be more like spring and fall, but there are some trends that I see picking up momentum as we move into summer, and I wanted to share those with you today. You know, I always say, don't try to look younger. Instead, aim to look modern, because when you try to look younger, sometimes you end up looking a little clownish, like you're trying too hard. But when you aim for modern, you'll actually look more youthful, vibrant, in touch, contemporary. And one of the easiest ways to look more modern is to incorporate a few well-chosen trends into your wardrobe and into your outfits. So today, really think of this as a way to look more modern, even, hey, more youthful if you want to. Now, as always, these are just trends. They're for fun. You don't have to wear any of these things, and you can still look absolutely beautiful and stylish. But these are ones that I've chosen because they are accessible. These are trends that I am literally seeing in the stores and on the websites that you and I like to shop. So yes, you can get these right away. Number 2, they are approachable, meaning they work for real women. These are things that you and I, even over 40, over 50, over 60, can wear and not feel silly. We can incorporate them into the outfits that we like wearing, and we'll still feel like our authentic selves, but we'll feel a little bit more modern. And these are trends that are wearable. I think these are trends that will work for most any body shape or proportions, your personal style too, especially if you use a few well-chosen style hacks and choose the ones that work for your body type. If you're going somewhere special and you're struggling with what to wear, you want to look a little elevated, but you want to wear the pieces in your closet, I have come up with a great solution, and that is a matching set. Well, what if you don't have a matching set? Well, one of the things that's really trending this spring and into summer are matching sets, and everybody seems to be carrying them right now. You're going to find options from skirts and tops to pants and tops to shorts and tops. Anything that matches. Now, you can build your own matching set though. That's what I did here. I'm wearing a matching set of white linen pieces from Eileen Fisher. Now, my pants are actually a year or 2 old, but this year I added this white linen top, and it works together beautifully as a matching set. I showed in the past, I don't know, a month ago or so, from Quince, a couple of matching sets. Once again, they weren't really sold as sets, they're sold as individual pieces. I wore this red linen pants with a red linen top, and then also a white set from Quince too. But you can put together your own pieces like this, whether they're linen or maybe they're gingham or cotton or whatever, you know, just those pieces that match really nicely. Now here's another way I've worn a matching set from Eileen Fisher, and that's those same white linen pants, and this time with a white linen vest. So my number 1 summer trend that I think is so accessible and wearable for women over 40 is matching sets. You can find print ones, and of course you can create solid ones too. But the number 2 trend that I think is so accessible for women over 40 is these long vests, button-up vest. And some people call them waistcoats. I think in Europe they're called waistcoats. But I think we tend to call them vests here, and we're wearing them as a vest with nothing under them. Of course, I mean underwear, but no shirt. You know, you're not going to leave it unbuttoned or anything. You're going to button it up. and just wear it as a top. Now, the longer vest is what's really trending too. I'm really seeing a lot of them. You're going to see me later wear a shorter vest too, very on trend also, but this longer vest, this longer silhouette is what I want to draw our attention to because I think they can be so sharp. This one by Eileen Fisher has a little tie feature in the back, so I just tied it in the back. I don't know that you could tie it in the front. I don't think so. I think it works best tied in the back, and it gives you that really nice hourglass shape there, and yet it's still really comfortable. I find that Eileen Fisher runs large, and I always size down to a small. I'm going to be sharing links, of course, to all of these things that I'm showing you that are available. I just pulled all these from my closet, but I'll share links to them below, and I'm going to share additional options. So I'm showing you these trends, these 7 trends, but I'm only showing you the things, the 1 or 2 of the trends that I have in my closet. So a couple of examples, hopefully, of each trend, but I'm going to share with you more like 7 or 8 options in the description box below that you can check out just to see what we're talking about, and also you can shop there. So a long vest, I think, is a really nice option. Now, I do think you have to be careful with a long vest. For instance, if I were to wear this white vest over a pair of black linen pants, then it's going to make my legs look shorter. So I think that really when you're wearing a long vest like this, I think it's nice to at least keep it in the same tone of intensity, like the same intensity, like either light over light pants or dark top over dark pants, or just wear it with the same color. Once again, wear a kind of a matching set kind of vibe. It's going to work so nice, and it really it gives you an elevated look. So to me, wearing a matching set, and especially with this vest, is a really great option for like that birthday party or a special brunch, maybe a class reunion, you know, kind of a casual gathering. It looks special, it looks unique and elevated, but it's still very casual, and it's probably something you could pull from your closet, but so on trend. The third trend that I think is so great for women over 40 this summer is the color yellow. I am seeing yellow everywhere. You know, every year we hear about the color of the year, the color of the season, the color we're going to see, and then half the time I never see that color. Like right now, brown is supposed to be the big color, and I am seeing some brown out there. There's a good bit, but I tell you what, I am seeing more yellow than anything, and especially this buttery, soft, pale yellow. So I have purchased recently a pair of yellow cropped length wide leg pants from Ann Taylor. They are a little dressy, really, so you could certainly dress these up for the office with maybe just a pretty shell and then maybe a white blazer of some sort. That would be so lovely. But I did create outfits for my more casual lifestyle here. First, I'm wearing them with a white little sweater top that has a lot of black, beautiful black floral design on it, a very modern design. And I've worn black little sandals here too. Now, I really debated on those sandals. I thought, oh, should I go nude sandals or gold sandals? But I kind of like the way the black bookends the look. It really makes that black accents up top look a little bit more cohesive to me. So I don't know, you could certainly swap in some different shoes here, but I do love the look of this pale yellow pant with that black and white sweater, just so pretty. So yeah, how do you wear a color that's trending that maybe is not in your color house, so to speak, you know, not in your color season? Yellow probably really is not one of my colors, but if I wear it in a pant and then I can wear different colors up around my face, then I think it works really nicely. So that's a great way to sneak in that color that is not your particular color. And this trending yellow could be so fun to wear. Now here I've worn it again, this time with a little bit of a creamy vest. It's kind of nubby also, and it is also, yes, from Ann Taylor. Both of the sweaters that I'm showing you are from Ann Taylor, but once again, I got links below for all of that. And I think the cream with the really pale yellow works so nicely. Once again, I actually bookended this look because I'm wearing a really creamy ivory ivory sandal here that's no longer available. It's from a couple of years ago. But I love the way that pulled that outfit together. So those are just a couple of options of how to wear trending yellow this summer. And I'm sure we're going to see so many other ways. Of course, if yellow is your color, then wear it in a beautiful dress or a blouse. A top up around your neck and around your face could look just lovely and so on trend. The fourth summer trend that I'd like to talk about, and I think is so accessible, approachable, and wearable for women over 40 is stripes. But whoa, wait a minute, not just any stripes. Red and white, or red and beige, red and ecru, but those stripes are just so everywhere. They're prolific. Every store I go into lately has 3, 4, 10 options in a red stripe. And we're not just seeing it in horizontal stripes, we're also seeing it in vertical. So here I am wearing some great jeans. They're a lightweight red and white striped jean that I picked up recently. I do believe these are probably a little pricey, but I'm going to share with you, like I said, several other options of red and white, red and cream, red and beige, you get the picture, stripes. I love these jeans though because they are so lightweight. They're a very modern silhouette. Have a nice little patch pocket on the front, just so fun, really easy to wear, a slightly high waist. I would say these are mid to high waist rise pant here. They just feel so good for summer. And so my first look, I just topped them with that same nubby beige vest, and I'm wearing those sandals. So just a really kind of a dressed up look, really perfect, I think, for brunch out, for lunch, you know, maybe entertaining at home, in your backyard, or, you know, inside your home. Just really a special looking casual outfit, a fun way to wear those trending stripes. But here's another way to wear that outfit. I'm wearing actually here the same graphic tee that I have on today. Just a fun little graphic tee, and then I've worn my sneakers. Now these are some metallic shimmery gold sneakers from Paul Green, a little bit of a platform heel, just enough to get those jeans up off the floor for me. And so a little bit more casual look, really perfect for a day out browsing downtown or walking through the mall, just a really fun casual look. So a fun way to wear those vertical striped jeans. Now here is another red and white stripe option though, and that is just a little t-shirt. This is a linen or a linen blend tee. I can't really remember, but oh my goodness, it's so soft. The drape is just lovely on this. So I'm seeing a lot of t-shirts like this, t-shirts and sweater tops. So the options are just endless. And I think the ways to wear them are so, you know, it's just so easy. You can put them over some black pants. You could put them over some white pants, some just blue jeans. Just so many options here. I've worn this one over some navy little chinos, little cropped chinos. There's just nothing more classic, is there, than red and white stripes with navy. So that is very, you know, really lends into that nautical theme that we're seeing a lot of right now too, that fisherman core. So just add some little sandals. And speaking of sandals, or really these are not sandals, they're Mary Jane's, but this is the next trend that I want to mention. And that is this little woven mesh flats. So we're seeing a lot of these. So it's like, you know, you're getting the benefit of a sandal, but it's really a closed toe shoe. I mean, your toe is enclosed, your heel is even enclosed. These are actually little Mary Janes. They have a little Mary Jane strap across them, a little flat. Just a sweet little shoe. Now I will admit, the first time I put this shoe on, it was not very comfortable. It's like, ooh, because your foot can feel all of this woven texture there, right? But it did not take long at all for my foot to get really used to that. And then ever since then, when I wear them, they feel soft, they feel good. Maybe I just need to break them in a little bit. They are a great little shoe, just a little flat now. They do not have a whole lot of support or anything. They're not a shoe I would wear all day long for walking, but they are a sweet little shoe for maybe just going out to brunch or going out to dinner. They're just a nice different choice and so on trend. I mean, that Mary Jane silhouette is on trend, but this mesh, this woven, you know, feel, it's kind of like a straw feel, but it's woven leather. That is just so spot on right now. And I do think it's a trend that we can easily wear, ladies, and especially in maybe a nude color, you know, something that's your flesh tone, or like I've done here with this cognac, because it makes it look so basic, so classic, so traditional, and yet you're wearing it in a trending silhouette and in a trending, you know, mesh there. So just a fun choice. I've also worn those shoes though with this little dress. Now, and that leads me to the trend number 6 for summer, and that is gingham. Now, gingham is nothing new. It's a classic fabric. We've seen it for years, and maybe we even wore it last year, but we are seeing a lot of gingham for summer, and I am all here for it. I just love gingham. Gingham checks, plaids, whatever, are just one of my favorite fabrics, and I especially love it in black and white, or black. Once again, it's kind of a black and ecru, black and beige that we're seeing. This little dress is one that I actually got several weeks ago, and I meant to show it in my last video with Quince, and I completely forgot. I think it was underneath a pile of things, and it just got forgotten. But I love this dress. It is so spot on. It's just a classic, you know, shirt dress, A-line shirt dress with a little belt tie. So really, if you think about it, ladies, this outfit is completely classic, completely traditional, and yet it is so on trend. I'm wearing that classic A-line shirt dress in a classic fabric, gingham. I'm wearing a classic shoe, a Mary Jane, but it's in a woven texture, and I'm carrying a classic straw bag with cognac, you know, trim. So the whole look is classic, traditional, but it looks so modern, very contemporary. So I just wanted you to see that having, you know, picking a trend or two, and when we talk trends, we're not necessarily talking about something new or, you know, a newfangled. It's not a new idea. It just means a lot of times that a classic thing, something that we already love and have in our closet, is having a moment. It's like really prevalent on the scene. And that is definitely the case with gingham plaid. So look for some, especially I would say in navy or in black. Maybe we're going to see some red too, we'll see, but I'm definitely seeing a lot of navy and black, and I think it looks so smart. That does lead us to our next and final trend though, and that is because I'm wearing this gingham plaid. It's a black gingham plaid bomber jacket or flight jacket, and that is our next trend, is those shorter jackets in that bomber or flight jacket silhouette. So there's nothing wrong with a blazer. Hey, I'm wearing a blazer today. You know I'm a blazer girl. I love blazers. They're here to stay. I don't think they're going anywhere, but truly the jacket of this year, this season, is definitely the bomber or flight jacket, and maybe even some club jackets. And sometimes you can cinch it. So in a white one that I'm wearing here, it's another little white flight jacket. It does have a cinchable waist there, and I cinched it just a little bit. With this white jacket, I'm utilizing one of my favorite style hacks, and that is to double up the color up top. So with the white jacket, I'm wearing a little white linen blend shirt underneath, a really sweet price, by the way, so check that one out in the description box, over some black pants. Really great fitting pants, some of my favorite little summer pants, so check those out in the description box too. And those little mesh Mary Jane flats really comes together nicely, really classic looking, but so on trend. And then I've worn that gingham check jacket over this little graphic tee and those black pants and those shoes again. So just wanted to give you hopefully a couple of ways that you could see how to wear each of these 7 very accessible, very wearable trends. Let me know which of these you really like and you think you might be incorporating into your outfits this summer. Thanks so much for joining me. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free and so easy, and that way you'll get a notification when I upload a new video on Wednesday, but also it really helps to support my channel so that other women like ourselves can find my content. Thanks so much, ladies, and I'll see you again next Wednesday. Bye now.